Hello, my name is James Davis, and welcome to my channel, Croeso I Sianel. Noswaith dda, good evening. I am now exactly 31 days sober today. I am exactly 1 month sober today. And in only this short period of time, I am here to talk about my overall health and what I have noticed improved in this time. One of the things I have noticed is mental clarity. I am thinking a lot more clearer. My head is clear, right? And my concentration has greatly improved, and so has my attention span. 2. I'm no longer suffering from heartburn. I am no longer suffering from acid reflux, right? When I was drinking on a regular basis, I didn't enjoy food. And yes, I still ate. Of course I did, but I was just mainly living on junk food. No, I was mainly just living on takeaways such as Chinese, kebabs, pizza. Although not really pizza all the time, just but I would only have pizza occasionally on those rare occasions. But my downfall was Chinese and kebabs, right? But now, since I stopped drinking, I'm a lot more disciplined, and I've started to cook my own food. I'm eating plenty more of fruit and vegetables. And now I am enjoying my food a lot more because all of my acid stomach problems have stopped. They've ceased to exist. In fact, about a couple of weeks ago, right, I was on Facebook and I saw one of my friends complaining about the fact that he couldn't keep food down because he was getting severe heartburn, right? I'm not going to mention his name. I'm keeping this person totally anonymous for private reasons, but he was constantly complaining about stomach problems. And he was, right? And he was drinking every day. And he was a cider drinker. And I saw on his Facebook status, I'm having trouble keeping food down. I'm getting acid reflux. I think I have to go back to the doctor to get more medication to help me with my acid reflux. So he's obviously had medication before, from what he said on his status, because he said I have to go back to my doctor to get more medication for my acid reflux. And then I replied and I told him straight, no, just stop drinking. If you stop drinking, if you stop drinking, your heartburn and acid reflux, your dyspepsia will stop. And then if you stay abstinent from alcohol, other things will also start to improve, which they have done with me, right? And he hasn't stopped, but he says he's cut down. Okay, so, right. So, anyway, I have stopped having heartburn. That stopped. Another improvement, right, is my heart. My heart beats are a lot more calmer, slower. When I was drinking all the time, I was getting a fast heartbeat. Now, I found that strange because alcohol, right, ethanol being a depressant, you would think that it would slow down your heart. But in fact, it actually speeds it up. But yet again, saying that, over time, if you keep on abusing alcohol, the heart can actually droop. And the heart muscle can weaken. But now that I've stopped drinking, my heart has recovered, right? Another thing that has also improved is my waistline. I've had to buy more trousers. Why? Because the old jeans, the old trousers that I had, no longer fit me. They're too big for me. On top of that, not only have I had to buy more trousers, I've had to buy another belt, a smaller belt to go with my smaller waistline. Now, I don't know exactly how much weight I have lost, and I don't know exactly my weight now, as I haven't got a weighing scales. But what I can tell you is that I have lost 4 inches from my waistline. I have gone down from a 46-inch waist to a 42. And even that surprised me, because even though I knew I lost weight, I thought that I needed at least a size inch 44. But no, even a 44-inch even a 44-inch waist was too big for me. So I tried a size 42 and they fit. And that is just being a month sober. That is just being 30 days sober. Imagine how much weight I would lose if I was 30 weeks sober. And I will get there, because I have no intention of going back to the demon drink. Another improvement since I stopped drinking, better quality of sleep. Now, people who drink regularly may think that alcohol helps them sleep. No. When you are drunk, when you are under the influence of alcohol, you don't actually sleep. You're just unconscious. You are just unconscious. You're out cold. Sleep is when you have REM sleep. What is REM, you may ask? REM is the initials for rapid eye movement. Hence, let me take my glass off. Right? Now that I've stopped drinking, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping a lot better. Now, when I first stopped drinking, yes, during the first 3 or 4 nights, I had trouble sleeping, but that is because my body, that is because my brain and my sleep patterns were trying to adjust without alcohol. Now that has been 31 days instead of 3 days, I have now adjusted and I'm sleeping much better. Another improvement. My complexion is much better. I no longer have that angry red face. It's gone. Another improvement. I've stopped sweating. I was sweating profusely. Why? Because my heart was under pressure from all of that liquid poison that was coursing through my veins. Now that the alcohol has been taken out of the equation, my body has healed and is continuing to heal. Another improvement is... oh yes, my body odour is a lot more, how can I put it, sweeter and nicer. That was not really the word that I wanted to use, but that was the only word that came to mind during this time. Now, yes, of course, no body odour is pleasant, of course. Although saying that, apparently, body odour can be used to attract a person of the opposite sex. It's never happened to me, mind you, but then again, that's because I was drinking all the time. So, yes, right, because alcohol, right, when you drink alcohol, not only does it get processed by the liver and the kidneys, and not only do you pee it out and poo it out, you sweat it out. It comes out through the pores. I'm sorry to say, but drinkers on a regular basis, they stink. If you're offended by that, then stop drinking, because that's a fact. Drinkers stink, because it comes out through your pores. Remember, alcohol is a poison. So if it's coming out through your pores, don't expect a poison to have a pleasant smell. And this is only after 30 days, or 31 days, yeah? Because the days of a month can vary, because each month has different days. Some months have more days than others, and less days than others, right? And this is only after 30 days. Everything has improved. Oh, yes. Another thing that has also improved. My finances. Why? Because I'm no longer wasting my money on a toxin that is slowly killing me, or was slowly killing me. Remember, drinking is expensive. And this is one of the reasons why God hates drunkenness, right? This is one of the reasons, this is one of the reasons why drunkenness is a sin. In 1 Peter chapter 5, in 1 Peter chapter 5, from verse 6 to verse 8, it says this, 1 Peter chapter 5, from verse 6 to verse 8. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. That's why God hates drunkenness. That's why drunkenness is a sin. because you were created by a God. You were made in his image. Our bodies are a temple to the Lord, and he wants you to take care of yourselves. He wants you to look after yourselves. God doesn't hate drunkenness because he's a party pooper. He doesn't hate drunkenness because he's a killjoy. It's because he cares for you. As it says in verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. And then in verse 8, another reason why God hates drunkenness, right? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Remember, a drunk person is a vulnerable person, right? Especially out there, right? Especially out there, out on the streets, right? It's not a safe world out there, people, right? There are some really evil, wicked people out there who are spawns of Satan, walking around, preying on the vulnerable, robbing the vulnerable, raping the vulnerable, killing the vulnerable. And you do yourselves no favour in getting yourself drunk. Why? Because all of your faculties are impaired. You're not aware. You are not vigilant. And if you think being drunk safe in your own home is a guarantee, no, it's not. Who is to say, right, that one evening you get drunk in your own home, and who's to say that one night you don't fall down those stairs or trip over a shoe or something and smack your head on the corner of a coffee table, right? And then you're dead. Like that. Sorry, I can't click my fingers, I never have. This is a talent I've never had. Why the Lord won't allow me to click my fingers, I do not know. But you understand what I'm trying to say, yeah? As a drunk person, you are not safe anywhere. Now, yes, okay, nothing may bad happen to you, but you're increasing the risk. And why put yourself in a vulnerable position? Whether outside there, right, in the sinful, wicked world, or in the privacy of your own home. And that's why God doesn't like drunkenness. And I'll be honest, as now a sober person, I don't like being around drunk people. Why would I? I'm not part of that gang or that group or that social aspect anymore. See, when you stop drinking, it's not just about abstaining from alcohol. It's about changing your lifestyle completely. Right. I hope this video has helped anyone out there and has encouraged people to stop drinking, and also as well for those of you out there who have already stopped drinking, I hope and I pray to God in Jesus' name that this video has inspired you to stay on this sober path. Please comment, please subscribe. Please don't hesitate to hit that like button. And to my brothers and sisters in Christ, if I do not get to meet any of you in this lifetime, I shall meet you all in our Father's kingdom. Thank you all, and God bless you all in Jesus' precious name. Amen.